So I did a video last night talking about how it's not hard to know judges, attorneys, third-party court-appointed professionals, therapists, pastoral counselors, etc., who the abuser is versus the target of the abuse. And I said that the calm one is the perpetrator, typically, and the very dysregulated one is typically the target of the abuse. And I think a lot of people resonated with it because they understand. They've been the target. And so they understand just how dysregulating it can be. Like, it literally could lead you to needing to seek psychological services. But there was a bunch of other feedback of how not always, I took a year off and I became, less dysregulated and then I was fine. Or some were like, not always, the abuser was super dysregulated. And then some people would be like, yeah, but, sometimes the target, they eventually after time learn to, calm down their nervous system and stop, reacting so badly because they just kind of get used to it. And I actually agree with all of those statements. And so I want to make an amendment to what I said. I'm not just talking about an abuser versus the target. I'm actually talking about an abuser who is an abuser and who uses coercive control. Because there's a difference between overt abuse, which, yes, overt abusers, they are super overt and dysregulated. And you look at them and you're like, what is wrong with you? Like, you are insane, you're crazy. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about coercive control. I'm talking about not the outward, overt kind of abuse. I am talking about the covert abuse. The kind of abuse that literally makes the target feel crazy, insane. And that is why they are so hypervigilant, because the covert abuser presents so well outwardly to everyone else. But then behind closed doors, or even like behind closed doors, they don't become this overt abuser. They do things that seemingly seem like good, but really they are power and control moves. And so it's even so hard for not the outside people, but even the person, the target experiencing it, to even understand that it's power and control and it's causing harm, thus it's abuse. And so the target feels so dysregulated, and because even they don't understand what's going on, but something feels off for them. And that's why they're so hypervigilant. And so that's what I meant. If you see, and that's why it's so tricky for institutions, therapists, pastoral counselors before the target has to enter the family court system. But then when the target has to enter the family court system, the judges, attorneys, third-party court-appointed professionals, that's why it's so hard for the professionals to spot, because it seemingly seems like the perpetrator, is doing something nice or good. But if you really take a deeper look, you're like, and here's the thing, if you don't have power and control training, you won't see it. And most people don't have power and control training, but it's just like, it seems like they're doing something good, but they're actually not. They're creating a scenario where they have power and control. And if you look deeper, the victim is being harmed. So anyways, hopefully that makes sense. If you are experiencing this, I'm really sorry. I totally understand. I've literally been there my very self, but that is why my work now supports women who are leaving domestic abuse to navigate the family court system. My name is Crystal Fideli, and I work one-on-one with women through my private consulting. I'm also an award-winning nonprofit founder, and so if you need support, I invite you to go ahead, visit me at crystalfideli.com. That link's in my bio. I'll see you soon.